Good.
Tom, how has Braz's game evolved over the past year, and what would you like to see him continue to improve on?
Good question. He's been a streaky scorer, so I think consistency. One of the messages was really starting the game fast and coming out of the gates hot, and I think that will translate into his season. We want him to get off to a real fast start. He has the skills. He's dedicating himself more than ever to his off-ice training, which I think will give him a head start to the season. And I think he's really starting to understand what it'll take to play in the NHL one day. And he's starting to put in the work that way.
We didn't get a chance to see Owen Pickering in this situation last year. What have you seen from him? He seemed to have a pretty good day today, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he just the way he carries himself on and off the ice, like he's full of confidence. He moves up and down the ice a ton. His reach and his length out there, and the playmaking ability that he had out there, finding guys back door. There's still stuff to polish up, but he's put on 10 pounds now since the season ends, and he's still moving as well as he was before. So that's pretty special. That's good weight he's putting on.
Where's Chase Yoder now? He's entering last year of college, potentially chasing down a pro contract. Just where are things for him right now in his development?
Are you good with Pickering? Or?
I'm good, yeah, if you're done.
All right. He is a very reliable centerman, and defensively, you can put him out there in any situation. He's so trustworthy. He's always on the defensive side of the puck, penalty killing, face-offs. So, I think the next step for him is adding more of an offensive element. I think he's a natural leader, and just getting that, challenging him to bring that out of him a little bit more every day and be a little bit of a louder voice. But I think this year, going back to Providence, just stepping up the offensive side without cheating defensively, I think he can do it, and I think he's ready for it.
What kind of a player is Daniel Lauch, and what do you want to see him work on as he goes back to Wisconsin?
He's, Chris Butler spent a lot of time with him last year, and watching him in Wisconsin. He's got one of the best defensive sticks for a kid his age in college hockey. He's so good with his reach and his size. He's a really good defender that way, and he's getting better and better on the penalty kill. He still needs to gain strength so he can be stronger in his battles, and just coming out of his comfort zone a little bit and playing on that edge will be the next step for him.
What are your first impressions on Braden Yeager and his skill set?
I was impressed. First of all, just to get to know him. We got to know his family in Nashville, and I think he had the whole town of Saskatoon there. But a great kid, great family. I don't know if you know this, but he only came here with his skates, so he had someone else's sticks, all new gear, and it didn't look like it on the ice. He's a special kid, and to watch him out there, I think he moves well, he skates well, he's still got a lot of weight he can gain, but he's got the hockey IQ. It was nice to see him finish a couple times there. I think he was just taking it all in. It was nice for him to be in the environment here, and I think it was great to have him.
Braden Sherman, obviously undrafted and unsigned. What did you think of him today? Did you see something you liked? We might see him again in the fall?
Yeah, he's a kid our scouts identified that had a good year 2 years ago, and then he had a couple injuries this past season. He's definitely got some offensive ability. He had a good day out there today. I think he finished off a couple, and it was nice to have him in the environment. Like, this is an opportunity for us to bring in a few free agents that our scouts have identified and bring them in here, and we get to know them, they get to know us. I thought he did really well. He's a great kid, so we'll track him throughout the season and see how it goes.
Luke Devlin seems like something maybe of a raw project still right now. Just what's your initial impressions of him as he's just going to college right now? Just thoughts on him.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I think he's big, he skates well, he's powerful. I think just fine-tuning some things in his game, but he's looking to go to Cornell, and they have great coaches there. I'm sure they'll work a ton with him. I love his demeanor and work ethic, and he wants to be a player, and he's working hard at it, so it's great.
The size is pretty evident with him. How key is that? If he wants to be, a defensive center, having a long reach, things like that, that probably is helpful towards that pursuit.
It's big. He can play wing and center, and to have that size and strength on the puck and the reach that he has, as he's learning to use his body more, down low and in the corners and take pucks to the net. You know, one of the themes in camp was taking the puck to the back post, and he did it in the scrimmage. He just, you know, shifted the D over and put him on his back and drove the back post and almost scored. So it's stuff that he can keep working on. Great kid.
What did you see from Ty Glover in his rookie year, and what does he need to do to become a full-time regular in the AHL?
He was flying out there. Like, man, his speed was so noticeable. I'm sure you all saw it. In straight lines, he can fly. I think his energy and his attitude is contagious. It just spreads, and the guys love him. I think there's areas of the game that he needs to slow down a little bit, and in my opinion, he'll have to be a real staple in the PK to keep earning more minutes and make the next step. So that's the challenge for him, is finding a role in the PK and learning that and being able to play that role.
Where does the team feel Blomqvist is in his development, and what's the plan for him this upcoming season?
Yeah, we're really happy with where he's at. It was a tough season for him, you know, with what he went through with a couple injuries, but I think he's in a good spot. He looks great off the ice and on the ice. He did really well in the fitness testing, and you know, I thought he played great in the scrimmages here. So he's in a good spot. You know, we all think it's time for him to come over, that he's ready. It was nice to have him in Wilkes-Barre at the end of the year there. He got in, was able to be around the guys for a little bit. Played the game in Hartford. Although the score wasn't great, I thought he played really well and showed